Welcome back to Rise and Heal, where we find light amidst the deepest question of the soul. Perhaps in life, everyone has experienced a long night, where the heart is heavy with longing. You sit quietly into the dark, look up at the sky and whisper, "Mum, Dad, I wish you were still here. Do you see me? Do you know how much pain I am in?" And that question seems light and just a weak advice. But in fact, it contains within it a deep desire. A desire to connect, to know that even though they have left this world, the people we love are still watching over us, still remembering us, still close to us. But then, in the midst of that longing, a question rings out like a bell in the quiet night. Are our loved ones, those who have gone to heaven, finding us? And more importantly, what does the Bible say about it? Death, not the end, but the gateway. Death is never the end. When the last breath leaves the body, it is not a loss, but a transition, a step across the threshold from a temporary to permanent. The Bible says in Hebrews 9:27, "Man must die once, and after that comes judgment." There is no grey area, no middle ground. After death comes the absolute truth. The soul enters eternity. And where the soul goes, heaven or hell, is not determined by merit, status, or religion, but by the person's relationship with Jesus. Believers transferred into glory on the day of death. Paul said in 2 Corinthians chapter 5:8, "We love to be absent from the body and present with the Lord." That means believers do not drift around the world, do not become rich souls as people think. They receive the presence of God immediately. In the moment their earthly eyes return, their soul eyes are opened to the indescribable glory of heaven. No more tears, no more pain, no more separation. Just light, peace, and perfect love. False comfort or liberating truth. Many of us, when we lose a loved one, comfort ourselves with the thought they are watching over us from above. They find us every day. They are protecting us. The artistic idea is soothing, but is it biblically based, or is it a product of nostalgia? We need to distinguish between emotional comfort and spiritual truth. The Bible never says that the spirits in heaven are looking down on earth to see how we are doing. In fact, it would be heartbreaking for them, because if they were to find out what is happening on earth, they would witness the architecture of war, pain, betrayal, and tears they have experienced. Heaven is not a place of pain. The Bible says clearly, the sun will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain. Revelation 21:4. If that were the case, they would not be able to see our suffering, because then heaven would no longer be heaven. Cloud of witnesses, not spectators. One of the most commonly understood Bible verses is Hebrews 12:1. For we have such a great cloud of witnesses surrounding us. Many people think that the cloud of witnesses are spirits looking down, like a drum, watching us live. But when we read carefully, we will understand. Witnesses are not observers, but witnesses. These are Abraham, Moses, David, Elijah, who went before and lived by faith to prove that God is faithful and trustworthy. They do not look at us, they pass on a legacy of faith for us to follow. They are living proof of God's promise. Whoever believes in me will never be ashamed. Heaven. In the book of Revelation, no one looking down. When the apostle was taken up by the Spirit to heaven, Revelation 4-5, he did not find the spirits who watched over his loved ones on earth. Instead, he saw thousands of holy men and angels kneeling before the throne, singing, "Blessed be the Lamb whom I have slain, to receive power, riches, freedom, strength, honor, glory, and praise." They had no past to look to. They were no longer looking down. They were immersed in absolute holiness and unfailing joy. Heaven is not a throne of pearls, but an eternal God. There, all eyes are turned toward the throne of glory, but not toward the earth. Who is really seeing us? If our loved ones don't see us, then who is? The Bible answers, "The Lord looks down from heaven and sees all the children of men." Psalm 33:13. He is found when we are alone. He is seen when we fall. He sees when we try to ride in pain. And not only sees, he walks with us. He says, "I will leave you. I will also forsake you." Hebrews 13:5. So when you feel empty because no one is watching, remember, God is still watching you, not to judge, but to love and to build you up. A true story, a letter to my mother in heaven. I once knew a woman named Anna. Her mother died in a car accident when she was 16. For years, every night she wrote her mother letters that were never sent. She believed that her mother was reading them, that she saw her grow up, that she went to college, that she got married. But deep down inside, Anna felt empty, because even though she talked to her mother every day, she never felt like she heard a response. Until she read the Bible and understood that her beloved mother was in a place where there were no more tears, where the light of God made all pain disappear. From then on, Anna no longer wrote to her mother, but prayed to God because she knew. If you find this video meaningful, please subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share it with many people, and watch Rise and Heal at 6 p.m. every Thursday and Sunday. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.